Ren was a young pilot from Earth who loved exploring the stars. He had traveled to many places in the galaxy, but nothing had prepared him for the strange, glowing planet he now approached. His small exploration ship hummed softly as it moved through the unknown star system. The controls blinked warning lights. Something was wrong. A sudden jolt shook the cabin. Ren gripped the controls, trying to steady the ship. Sparks flew from a console. He had no time to think. The planet below grew larger in the viewport. With a loud crash, the ship hit the surface. Dust and small rocks flew around him. Ren struggled to breathe. He checked his suit and found no serious injuries. He climbed out of the ship, amazed by what he saw. The ground glowed faintly in blue and green patterns. Strange plants reached high into the sky, their leaves sparkling with light. In the distance, Ren saw a city. Its buildings floated above the ground, shining with colors he had never seen before. It looked alive, almost as if the city itself was watching him. Cautiously, Ren started walking toward the city. Each step made a soft glow under his boots. He felt nervous but also curious. The closer he got, the more he noticed the creatures moving in the streets. They were tall and elegant, with smooth skin that shimmered in the sunlight. Their eyes were bright and intelligent. They moved gracefully, and some seemed to study him carefully. Ren realized he was being watched, but the beings did not appear hostile. Before he could take another step, a group of them surrounded him. They carried strange devices that Ren had never seen. Their expressions were serious. One of them stepped forward, taller than the others, with a golden sash across the chest. Ren tried to speak, but his voice felt small in the presence of these beings. The tall alien raised a hand, and Ren froze. "You are far from home, human," the alien said in a voice that was calm but carried authority. "Follow us." Ren had no choice. He nodded and followed the group through the glowing streets. The city seemed endless. Buildings floated above rivers of light, and bridges stretched across the air. Strange symbols glowed along the walls, and Ren tried to memorize them, wondering what they meant. People passed by, some stopping to stare at him. He felt both fear and excitement. Finally, they arrived at a large building at the center of the city. It towered above everything else. The doors opened as if by magic, and Ren was led inside. The hall was vast, with floors that reflected the light like water. He could hear soft music, unlike anything he had heard on Earth. It was calm, yet powerful, and seemed to reach into his mind. At the far end of the hall, sitting on a high throne, was the alien queen. She was taller than any being Ren had seen, with silver hair that flowed like liquid light. Her eyes were bright and sharp, and she wore a gown that shimmered with colors that seemed to change as she moved. Ren felt small and nervous, but he also felt a strange sense of awe. The queen looked at him for a long moment. Ren tried to speak, but his words failed. Finally, she raised a hand. The guards behind her stopped moving. "You have come to our world without permission," she said. Her voice was soft but carried power. "Yet you have not shown hostility. That is unusual for your kind." Ren swallowed hard. I am a traveler. My ship crashed. I did not mean to intrude," he said carefully. The queen studied him. "Curious. You are alone, yet you show courage. Most humans would hide, run, or panic." Ren felt a small surge of pride, though he tried to remain calm. "I just want to survive," he said honestly. The queen leaned forward slightly. "Survival is the first test of courage. But our laws are ancient, and they must be followed. You will stay under our protection until we decide your fate. Rin was confused. Protection? What does that mean? You are now in our city. The law says no harm can come to a visitor who enters willingly or without choice. You will stay in our palace. You will eat, rest, and learn. You may leave only when the law permits, the queen explained. Rin's mind raced. He had never imagined being part of a civilization so advanced. The city, the people, the queen herself, it was all overwhelming. Yet he noticed something about her gaze. She was not just watching him as a stranger. She was studying him, measuring him. A guard stepped forward and gestured for Rin to follow. Rin walked beside him, careful not to stumble on the shiny floor. The hall led to a large room filled with windows that overlooked the city. The view was breathtaking. Buildings floated in the sky, and light rivers ran between them. Rin could see alien ships moving in patterns above the city. He had never imagined such beauty. Here you will stay for now, the guard said. Food and rest will be provided. Do not try to leave without permission. Rin nodded. He had no choice. He was a visitor in a world far beyond his understanding. He tried to sit, but excitement and nervousness made it hard to relax. He looked around the room, noting the details. The furniture was unlike anything on Earth. It glowed softly, and the walls seemed to change color depending on the light. Rin wondered about the queen. Why had she declared he must stay? What did she see in him? He did not know the answer. But he realized one thing clearly: he had entered a world that would challenge him, test him, and perhaps change him forever. As night fell over the glowing city, Rin looked out the window. Stars filled the sky, but the city itself shone brighter than any star. He felt small but also part of something larger than himself. A mix of fear and wonder filled his heart. He did not know what awaited him, but he knew one thing: his life had changed the moment he set foot on this planet. He took a deep breath and whispered to himself, I will survive. I will learn. I will prove that humans can belong here. And for the first time, Rin felt that maybe, just maybe, this strange world might become his new home. Rin woke early in the palace, feeling both nervous and curious. The room he stayed in was bright with soft lights that seemed to pulse like a heartbeat. He stepped to the window and looked out. The city stretched endlessly, with bridges floating above glowing rivers and buildings that shimmered in many colors. The sky was filled with alien ships, moving gracefully as if dancing. Rin realized that he was far from Earth, in a world where everything was different, yet strangely beautiful. A soft knock on the door interrupted his thoughts. A young alien named Terran entered. He had pale green skin and large, calm eyes. Good morning, human, Terran said in perfect English. You must eat. After that, you will learn about our city. Rin nodded. He followed Terran down long halls, past rooms filled with strange machines and floating lights. The palace felt alive. Rin noticed the walls displayed moving images of stars and planets. He had never seen technology like this. They entered a large dining hall. The table was covered with food that Rin did not recognize. Some dishes glowed softly, while others smelled fresh and inviting. He took a cautious bite and was surprised by the taste. The flavors were unfamiliar but delicious. Terran watched him with interest, smiling slightly. Your people do not eat like this? Terran asked. Rin shook his head. No. We eat simpler food. But this is amazing. Terran laughed softly. You will learn. Our ways are different, but you will adapt. After breakfast, Terran led Rin through the city. Rin walked slowly, trying to absorb everything. The streets were filled with aliens of all shapes and sizes. Some floated slightly above the ground, others walked on four legs, yet all moved with elegance. Rin noticed that everyone seemed busy, yet calm. There was no shouting or chaos. Everything had a rhythm. Most humans would be overwhelmed, Terran said, reading Rin's thoughts. But you seem curious. That is good. Curiosity is valued here. They reached a tall building made of crystal-like material. Inside, Rin saw enormous screens displaying maps of the galaxy. Aliens moved around, coordinating energy flows and city systems. Rin's eyes widened. "This is your control center?" he asked. Terran nodded. "Yes. We maintain balance in our city, and we monitor nearby systems. You will see that humans have skills that are rare even here. Your kind thinks differently, creatively. That can help us." Rin felt a surge of pride. For the first time, he realized that he could contribute something important. Terran smiled, noticing his expression. "We will test you soon," he said. "Not in battle, but in thinking. You must learn our ways, but also show your own." As they walked, Rin noticed children playing in the streets. They laughed and floated with the help of small devices. The sound was joyful, but unlike any laughter he had heard. He also saw workers repairing energy lines and machines. Everything was clean, organized, and efficient. Rin realized that the city was a perfect balance of beauty and function. Later, Terran brought Rin to the palace gardens. Strange plants with glowing leaves and flowers moved slightly as if breathing. Small streams ran with water that sparkled in colors Rin could not name. He knelt and touched the plants, feeling their energy. It was as if life itself was stronger here. "You feel it, don't you?" Terran asked. "The energy of this place. It comes from the harmony of our people, our technology, and our nature. Humans can sense it too, but you must learn to focus." Rin nodded slowly. He felt a deep connection to the city, something he had never experienced on Earth. "It is beautiful," he said quietly. "Yes," Terran agreed. "And now you must learn. Come." They returned to the palace, where Rin was introduced to other members of the Queen's court. Some were advisors, some warriors, and some scholars. They all observed Rin with curiosity. Rin felt nervous but tried to be polite. The aliens were intelligent, and their questions were direct. They wanted to understand him, his thoughts, and his abilities. Rin realized that this was not like Earth. Here, people or beings judged by actions, not appearance. They valued courage, honesty, and creativity. He shared stories of his travels and the problems he had solved. The aliens listened carefully, nodding at times, sometimes exchanging glances. Rin felt respected, even though he was still a visitor. Later in the day, Terran took Rin to the city's central plaza. A large gathering of aliens had formed. Rin could see the Queen at the far end, observing quietly. Terran whispered, "The Queen wants to see you adapt. Watch carefully. Learn our customs." Rin watched as different groups interacted. Some exchanged energy pulses, others used small devices to communicate instantly across distances. The interactions were complex, but Rin noticed a pattern. Everything was based on respect and cooperation. Unlike many human cities, there was no violence or competition for power. Every being had a role, and every role mattered. Ren felt inspired. He realized that humans, though simpler, could offer new ideas. His mind raced with possibilities. He could help the city, learn from it, and show that humans were capable of more than the aliens might expect. As evening came, Ren returned to the palace with Terran. The sky was filled with stars, but the city's lights shone brighter. Ren felt tired but excited. He had survived his first day and had learned much. He also realized that life here would be challenging. The customs were different, the people advanced, and the expectations high. Yet he felt ready to face it. Before Ren slept, he thought about the queen. She had not spoken much, but her presence was powerful. He wondered why she had allowed him to stay. Was it curiosity, judgment, or something else? He did not know. But he understood one thing clearly: he was now part of a world far beyond Earth, a world that would test him, teach him, and perhaps change the way he saw himself. Ren closed his eyes, feeling a mix of fear, excitement, and determination. He knew tomorrow would be another test, another chance to prove that humans could belong in the galaxy. He whispered softly to himself, "I will learn. I will survive. I will show them what humans can do." And with that thought, Ren drifted into sleep, dreaming of glowing cities, floating bridges, and a world full of possibilities. Ren woke to a bright morning in the palace. The soft light of the alien sun filled his room. He stretched and felt ready for the day, though he was still unsure of what awaited him. Terran had promised a challenge today, and Ren was curious but nervous. He had been learning quickly about the city, the people, and the customs, but he knew that this was a test he could not avoid. After breakfast, Terran led Ren to a large open arena outside the palace. The area was circular, surrounded by floating platforms where hundreds of aliens could watch. The air shimmered with energy, and Ren felt it hum against his skin. In the center of the arena, a group of tall, muscular aliens waited. Their skin gleamed in different shades, and they carried weapons Ren had never seen before. Their expressions were serious. "These are the elite warriors of the city," Terran said. "They will judge your courage, your thinking, and your skill. Do not fear them. Show them what humans can do." Ren nodded. His heart raced. He had faced challenges before, but this felt different. He was not fighting for survival alone. He was showing that humans could match beings who were stronger, faster, and smarter in ways he could not yet understand. The head warrior stepped forward. His eyes glowed slightly, and he raised a hand. "Human," he said, "you will face 3 trials. The first tests your strength, the second your intelligence, and the third your courage. If you succeed, you will earn our respect." Ren swallowed and nodded. He had no weapon, no armor, only his body, his mind, and his determination. The first trial began. Ren faced a series of floating energy orbs that moved quickly toward him. He had to catch or avoid them without touching the ground outside the circle. The aliens watched silently. Ren noticed that the orbs followed patterns. He focused, moving with careful timing, using his balance and reflexes. Slowly, he caught some orbs and dodged others. The final orb came fast, and Ren jumped high, grabbing it just before it hit the ground. The crowd murmured with surprise and approval. The head warrior nodded slightly. The second trial tested his intelligence. A large panel appeared, filled with glowing symbols and moving shapes. Ren had to arrange them to match a pattern that completed a flow of energy across the panel. The shapes moved faster and faster, and Ren had only minutes to succeed. He remembered observing the city's energy systems earlier and how the aliens connected patterns to maintain balance. Using his observation and reasoning, Ren quickly figured out the correct arrangement. The panel glowed brightly, and energy flowed smoothly across the surface. The warriors watched in silence, then exchanged nods. Ren had passed the intelligence trial. The third trial tested courage. Ren was led to a platform suspended high above the ground. Below him was a deep canyon filled with glowing energy streams. He was told to jump from platform to platform, timing his movements with the shifting energy currents. Ren's hands trembled slightly. One wrong step could be dangerous, but he remembered Terran's words: humans are valued for their courage, creativity, and loyalty. He took a deep breath and stepped forward. The first jump was difficult, but Ren focused, moving steadily. The next platform tilted slightly, testing his balance. He adjusted quickly. With each jump, Ren's confidence grew. The final platform was far, glowing faintly at the edge of the canyon. Ren leaped, stretching every muscle. For a moment, he felt weightless, suspended between danger and hope. Then his feet landed firmly. He had completed the trial. The crowd erupted in cheers. The elite warriors approached him, their expressions serious but respectful. The head warrior stepped forward. "Human," he said, "you have shown strength, intelligence, and courage. You are not like other humans we have encountered. You have our respect." Ren felt a rush of relief and pride. He had feared failure, but now he realized that his determination, quick thinking, and bravery had earned him a place in their eyes. He was still a visitor, but he was no longer just a stranger. Terran came forward, smiling. "You see? Humans are different, but that difference can be powerful. You have proven yourself." Ren looked around at the watching crowd. He saw admiration in many eyes. Even the queen, standing at a distance, observed him quietly. Ren felt a strange sense of connection to this world. He realized that humans were not weak or inferior. They had unique skills that could make them respected, even among beings far more advanced. After the trials, Ren walked through the palace gardens with Terran. The glowing plants and streams reflected the energy of the city. Ren felt more confident, but he also knew that this was only the beginning. There would be more challenges, more lessons, and more ways to prove himself. "The trials are not just about skill," Terran said. "They are about showing your heart. You have done that. You have shown bravery and determination. That is what humans have that many aliens admire. It is why the Queen watches you." Ren nodded. He understood now that survival alone was not enough. To be respected, he had to show his courage, his mind, and his willingness to help. Humans had strengths that were not always obvious but could shine in the right moments. As evening fell, Ren returned to his room. He felt tired but fulfilled. The city outside glowed like a river of stars. He reflected on the trials and realized that he had learned more than just how to face danger. He had learned that humans could make a difference, even in a world far beyond Earth. Before sleeping, Ren thought about the future. He knew that the Queen had plans for him, though he did not yet understand them. He also knew that the people of the city now looked at him with respect. That respect was a bridge between worlds. Ren whispered to himself, "I will continue to learn. I will continue to prove myself. Humans belong here, and I will show them why." Ren closed his eyes, feeling a mix of pride and determination. The glowing city, the cheering aliens, and the trials he had faced filled his mind. He was ready for what would come next. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new lessons, and new chances to show that humans were not only survivors but also heroes. The morning sun bathed the palace in soft golden light. Ren woke feeling a mix of pride and excitement. Yesterday's trials had changed how the aliens looked at him. He had proven that humans could face challenges with courage, intelligence, and determination. Today, Terran had promised to help him understand more about the city, the people, and their ways. Ren knew this was an opportunity to build trust and friendships. After breakfast, Terran led Ren to a wide plaza filled with aliens working and moving together. Some were repairing energy channels, while others were managing floating transports that carried supplies across the city. Ren observed carefully, noticing the patterns and techniques the aliens used. Everything was precise, yet flexible. He realized that the aliens valued order, but they also appreciated creative thinking. Today, Terran said, "You will help with a problem the city has faced for some time. This will test not only your skills but your understanding of teamwork." Ren followed Terran to a cluster of energy conduits. Sparks flickered from broken nodes, and the energy flow was unstable. Several aliens worked together, but they had been unable to fix the system. Ren examined the setup. The conduits were advanced, but their system had gaps that could be solved logically. Using a mix of observation, reasoning, and his knowledge of engineering, Ren suggested a new arrangement. The aliens hesitated at first. Humans were usually not allowed to interfere with such critical systems. Ren spoke calmly, explaining his reasoning. Slowly, the aliens adjusted the conduits according to his suggestions. The energy stabilized, and the city lights glowed brighter. The group cheered softly, showing appreciation for Ren's contribution. Even the supervising alien smiled. "You see," Terran said, "humans can think differently. That difference can be powerful. You are beginning to earn our trust." Ren felt a deep sense of satisfaction. For the first time, he was not just surviving in a foreign world, he was making a difference. The aliens began to approach him with questions, curious about how humans solved problems. Ren answered honestly, sharing ideas and listening carefully. His willingness to help, learn, and respect their ways impressed them. Later, Ren was invited to a gathering of young aliens. They were curious about him, and Ren was eager to connect. Some of them were playful, floating in the air and showing tricks with small devices. Ren laughed and tried to imitate them. He stumbled at first but quickly learned to move with the energy of the city. The young aliens clapped and cheered. Ren realized that friendship was not just about words, it was about shared experiences and trust. As the day continued, Ren spent time with several groups in the palace. He observed scholars discussing new methods of energy control, warriors training with precision and discipline, and artists creating light sculptures that seemed alive. Ren saw how each alien contributed to the city's harmony. He also saw how his presence was changing the way they thought about humans. What they had once seen as fragile or weak was now showing strength, creativity, and courage. By afternoon, Ren was called to the Queen's chamber. Solara, the alien queen, sat quietly on her throne, her gaze calm and powerful. Ren bowed respectfully, as he had been taught. "You have done well," the queen said. "Your actions yesterday and today show that humans are capable of more than many of my people expected. Yet there is more to learn. Respect and trust are built not only through skill but through loyalty and understanding." Ren nodded. "I want to learn, Your Majesty. I want to help, and I want to understand your people." The queen studied him carefully. "You have courage, intelligence, and determination. But now you must learn patience and diplomacy. Tomorrow, you will assist in resolving a dispute between two groups of aliens. Watch, listen, and speak only when you can help. This will be a test of trust, not strength. Ren understood. He had never faced such a challenge before. On Earth, disputes were often solved by argument or authority. Here, respect and fairness guided decisions. Ren realized he would have to observe carefully and act wisely. That evening, Ren returned to the palace gardens. The glowing plants and flowing streams were calm, and the soft light reflected on his face. He thought about his first days in the city. The trials, the work with energy conduits, and the laughter of the young aliens had taught him much. He had learned that humans could offer new ways of thinking, and that courage and loyalty mattered more than size or strength. Terran approached and smiled. "You are ready," he said. "Tomorrow will be different. You will see conflict, but also the chance to help bring harmony. That is the heart of the city. That is what the Queen watches for in you." Ren took a deep breath. He felt a mix of nervousness and determination. He had survived challenges, earned respect, and begun to build friendships. Now, he would show that humans could also guide, mediate, and help create peace. That night, Ren lay in his room, looking out at the glowing city. He thought about the people he had met, the challenges he had faced, and the opportunities ahead. He realized that this world was not only beautiful and advanced but also fair and just. It valued actions over appearances, courage over fear, and loyalty over selfishness. Ren felt proud to be part of it, even in a small way. He whispered to himself, "I will continue to learn. I will help. I will prove that humans can belong here and make a difference." With that thought, Ren closed his eyes and drifted into sleep. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new lessons, and new ways to show that humans were not just visitors but capable allies in a galaxy full of wonders. The morning air in the glowing city was calm and peaceful. Ren walked along the floating bridges, observing the energy streams and the activity of the citizens. Everything seemed normal, but a sudden alert echoed through the city. Strange ships appeared in the sky, moving fast and carrying weapons that glowed ominously. Citizens stopped their work and looked up. Ren felt his heart beat faster. Terran approached him quickly. "Ren," he said, "these are enemy ships. They come from a neighboring system. They seek to take control of our city's energy and resources. The Queen will command the defense, but we need all help we can get." Ren's mind raced. He had never faced a real battle, but he had faced challenges that tested his mind and courage. He realized that now he could put everything he had learned to use. "What can I do?" he asked. Terran smiled slightly. "Observe first. You will see that even advanced systems have weaknesses. Your human perspective may help us exploit them." The city's defenses activated. Energy shields formed around the floating buildings, and warrior ships took to the sky. Ren watched carefully, noting the patterns of the enemy fleet. Their movements were fast, but predictable. He studied the energy flows from the city's defense systems and realized that with small adjustments, he could strengthen their shield in a way that maximized protection while creating openings for counterattacks. Ren ran to the control center, where aliens monitored the systems. He spoke calmly to the technicians and suggested minor changes in the energy channels. At first, some looked skeptical, but Ren explained clearly, showing his reasoning. Slowly, they followed his instructions. The shields glowed brighter, and the city's energy stabilized in ways the aliens had not considered. Meanwhile, the enemy ships fired beams at the city. Some struck the shields but caused little damage. Ren noticed that one section of the shields was weaker, directly above the central plaza. He quickly directed the technicians to adjust the energy flow, strengthening that spot. The alien engineers followed his instructions, and the shields held strong. The warriors in the sky noticed the change and launched a coordinated attack on the enemy ships, targeting their weak points that Ren had identified. The battle was intense. The enemy fleet moved with precision, but the city's defense was now stronger and more efficient. Ren realized that humans could think creatively, seeing solutions others might miss. He coordinated with the aliens, giving instructions to move energy and adjust shields. Each time a problem arose, Ren suggested a simple but effective solution. The aliens began to trust him, following his guidance without hesitation. The enemy realized that the city was not easy to conquer. Their ships faltered as the warriors countered with precision attacks. Ren noticed one large enemy ship preparing a powerful strike. He analyzed its path and directed the city's defensive drones to intercept it. The drones moved quickly, deflecting the attack and saving hundreds of lives. The citizens watched in awe as Ren calmly gave directions, thinking quickly under pressure. After hours of strategic defense, the enemy fleet began to retreat. Their ships moved away from the city, unable to break through the combined efforts of warriors, engineers, and Ren's guidance. The city erupted in celebration. Aliens cheered and clapped, recognizing the human who had helped save their home. Ren felt a mix of relief, pride, and amazement. Terran approached him, smiling broadly. "You did it," he said. "Your human thinking and courage helped us protect the city. You are not just a visitor. You are part of this world." Ren shook his head, still trying to process everything. "I only helped where I could. The warriors and the engineers did most of the work." Terran laughed softly. "You guided them. You saw what others could not. That is strength too." Later, Ren was called to the palace. The queen awaited him, her presence calm but commanding. "Ren," she said, "today you have shown your courage, intelligence, and loyalty in the face of danger. Your actions saved many lives. You have proven that humans are capable of great things, even in a galaxy far from Earth." Ren bowed respectfully. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I only did what I could to help." The queen studied him, her eyes thoughtful. "You understand now why humans are valued. Not for physical strength alone, but for courage, creativity, and quick thinking. These are qualities that can change outcomes even in worlds more advanced than yours." Ren nodded, feeling honored. He realized that this moment marked a turning point. He had moved from being a visitor, observed and judged, to someone respected and trusted. His human qualities, once overlooked, were now appreciated and celebrated. As night fell, Ren walked through the city with Terran. The glow of the buildings reflected in the rivers of light below. Citizens were still celebrating the victory, showing admiration for the warriors and for Ren. He felt a sense of belonging he had never felt before. Terran spoke quietly. "You will face more challenges, Ren. But today you learned something important. Courage, intelligence, and loyalty are universal. They are valued everywhere. You have shown that humans can belong, and more than that, humans can lead." Ren smiled. He understood. Humans may not be the strongest species, but they had qualities that could inspire and protect. He felt proud of himself, proud of his people, and grateful for the opportunity to prove it. Before sleeping, Ren looked out at the city from his room. The enemy ships had gone, the city was safe, and the Queen's trust had grown. He thought about the future: more challenges, more lessons, and more chances to show what humans could do. He whispered to himself, "I will continue to learn. I will continue to help. I will continue to prove that humans belong in the galaxy." With that thought, Ren closed his eyes. The city glowed below, calm and peaceful, but alive with energy and life. Ren knew that this victory was only the beginning. He had faced danger, acted with courage and intelligence, and shown that humans were not only capable but valuable. The galaxy was vast, full of wonders and challenges, and Ren was ready to face them all. The city was calm after the recent attack. Citizens were repairing minor damages, and the energy systems were stabilized. Ren walked through the floating streets with Terran, observing the people who now looked at him with admiration and respect. Even the young aliens waved at him, their playful smiles showing trust and friendship. Ren felt proud but humble. He had helped save the city, but he knew there was more to learn about this alien world. Terran led Ren to the palace. "The Queen wishes to see you," he said. "Today will be important. Pay close attention and remember your manners." Ren nodded, feeling both excitement and nervousness. The palace seemed brighter than usual, as if sensing something significant was about to happen. Guards led him to a large hall where the Queen sat on her throne, her silver hair shimmering in the soft light. Her eyes focused on Ren, calm yet powerful, as if weighing his every thought. "Ren," the Queen said, her voice echoing in the hall, "you have faced challenges, learned our ways, and helped protect my city. You have shown courage, intelligence, and loyalty. You have earned the trust of my people." Ren bowed deeply. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I only tried to help." The Queen studied him carefully. "Humans are not the strongest species in the galaxy, yet you have proven your value. You think differently, act bravely, and show loyalty. These qualities are rare, and they are admired by all who see them." Ren felt his heart beat faster. He had worked hard to learn and help, but hearing the Queen praise him made him realize that his actions truly mattered in this world. The Queen paused, then continued. "There is an ancient law in our galaxy. It is rarely used, but it exists to honor those who show extraordinary courage, loyalty, and wisdom. By this law, a visitor who proves their worth may be declared a guardian of the people, or in rare cases, a partner to the royal family. Today, I invoke this law for you, Ren." Ren's eyes widened. He did not understand at first. "A partner?" he asked quietly. The Queen nodded. "Yes. By galactic law, you are now their husband. This does not mean you lose freedom, but it grants you responsibility, honor, and a place among my people. You are recognized not only for your actions but for your character. You belong here." Ren was stunned. He had never imagined such a moment. His mind raced with questions, yet he felt a sense of pride and belonging that he had never experienced before. He looked at the Queen with respect. I will do my best, Your Majesty. I promise to protect and help your people." The Queen smiled faintly. "I do not doubt your promise. You have proven yourself already. Today marks a new beginning. You are part of our world now, not only as a visitor but as a trusted guardian and ally." The hall filled with whispers. The guards, the advisors, and the citizens watching from above all acknowledged Ren with respect. Some bowed deeply, others nodded. Ren felt a warmth spread through him. He was no longer just a human in a foreign city. He was recognized, accepted, and valued. Terran came forward. "Congratulations, Ren. This is a great honor. You have shown that humans can rise to meet challenges, even among beings far stronger and more advanced. You belong here now, and my people respect you. Ren felt a mix of humility and determination. He knew that this honor came with responsibility. The city trusted him, and the queen had recognized his character. He understood that he could not let them down. As the day continued, Ren walked through the city. Citizens approached him with smiles, asking for advice, help, or simply greeting him warmly. Ren realized that his presence now mattered in ways he had never imagined. He could influence the city, help improve systems, and inspire trust and courage among the people. Humans, he thought, could be more than survivors. They could be leaders, guides, and allies in worlds far beyond their own. That evening, Ren returned to the palace gardens. The glowing plants and flowing streams reflected the city lights. Ren sat quietly, thinking about the journey that had brought him here. From the crash of his ship to earning the respect of warriors, engineers, and citizens, every step had led to this moment. Terran joined him. You have done well, Ren. Today, the Queen's declaration shows that you are more than a visitor. You are a part of the city, its people, and its future. Remember, respect and loyalty are as important as courage. Your actions will continue to define your place here. Ren nodded. He felt a sense of purpose stronger than anything he had felt on Earth. I will honor the trust given to me. I will continue to learn and help. I will protect the city and its people. Terran smiled. I believe you, Ren. You have already shown that humans have unique qualities that can change the galaxy. Today, you are not only respected, you are an example of what humans can achieve. As night fell, Ren looked up at the stars. He thought about Earth, his home, and the people he had left behind. He missed them, but he knew he had found a new purpose. Here, he could make a real difference, show humans value, and build bonds that would last a lifetime. The city glowed below, peaceful and vibrant. Ren felt a deep connection to this world. He knew that tomorrow would bring new challenges, new lessons, and new opportunities to show that humans could inspire, protect, and lead. He whispered softly to himself, I will continue to learn, continue to help, and continue to prove that humans belong. I will honor this world and the trust given to me. With that thought, Ren closed his eyes. He felt ready for the future, proud of his accomplishments, and determined to continue showing the courage, intelligence, and loyalty that had brought him this far. Ren's journey was far from over, but today marked a turning point. He had crossed from being a visitor to being a trusted guardian and honored member of the city. He understood that humans, no matter where they came from, could inspire respect, loyalty, and admiration in worlds far beyond their own. The city was alive with light and energy as Ren walked along the floating streets. Citizens smiled at him, waved, and bowed in respect. He felt a deep sense of belonging. Since the Queen's declaration, Ren had realized that his role was not just to survive, but to help guide, protect, and inspire the people of this alien world. Humans had qualities that could make a difference, and Ren was determined to show them. Terran joined him, walking beside Ren as they observed the city. You have done well, Ren, he said. The citizens trust you, the warriors respect you, and even the scholars seek your advice. You have become an example of what humans can achieve. Ren smiled humbly. I have learned so much from this city and its people. I want to continue helping and learning. Terran nodded. That is why today is important. There is a new challenge, not from outside the city, but from within. Some systems need improvement, and the citizens face small difficulties. Your ideas may help them. Ren felt a surge of excitement. He realized that humans could contribute in ways beyond courage in battle. Creativity, problem solving, and compassion could make a lasting impact. He followed Taran to the central plaza, where groups of citizens waited with questions and suggestions. Ren listened carefully. One group spoke about improving energy distribution in their homes. Another group needed help with transportation across floating platforms. Ren examined each problem, offering practical solutions and new ideas inspired by his experience on Earth. The citizens were impressed by his suggestions. They implemented his ideas and found that life became smoother and more efficient. Ren saw the happiness and relief in their faces and felt a deep satisfaction. Humans could make a difference even in worlds more advanced than their own. Later, Ren joined the warriors in their training grounds. They demonstrated techniques that Ren had never seen before, moving with grace and precision. Ren observed and offered simple adjustments that improved their coordination and efficiency. The warriors initially hesitated, but they soon realized that Ren's perspective was valuable. His human thinking added new strategies to their routines. By the end of the day, the warriors had improved teamwork and strength, and Ren had earned their full respect. As evening fell, Ren returned to the palace. The queen awaited him in the gardens, surrounded by glowing plants and flowing streams. Her expression was calm but pleased. "Ren," she said, "you have proven yourself not only in courage and intelligence but also in leadership, creativity, and loyalty. You have shown that humans are capable of great achievements. Your presence has strengthened my city and inspired my people." Ren bowed respectfully. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I have learned much from this city and its people. I only wish to continue helping and protecting them." The queen smiled. "Your wish aligns with the needs of my people. You have become part of the city, not only as a visitor or guardian but as an example of hope, courage, and innovation. Your journey has just begun, Ren. Humans are not only survivors, they are builders, guides, and protectors. You have shown that truth." Ren felt proud but humble. He had not sought recognition, only to help. Yet he understood that humans could earn trust and respect through action, courage, and integrity. He realized that being human was not a weakness in this galaxy, it was a strength. That night, Ren walked through the palace gardens alone. The glow from the plants reflected in his eyes as he thought about his journey. From the crash of his ship to helping the city survive an attack, earning respect, and now being recognized by the Queen, every step had shown him the value of courage, intelligence, and loyalty. He looked up at the stars, thinking of Earth, his home. He missed the familiar skies and the people he had left behind. Yet he knew that this new world was now part of his life. He had a purpose, a role, and a responsibility. Humans could belong here, and he would continue to prove it every day. The next morning, Ren joined a council meeting with the Queen and her advisors. Citizens, scholars, and warriors presented ideas and problems. Ren listened carefully, offering advice, sharing knowledge from Earth, and suggesting improvements. Each suggestion was considered, tested, and sometimes implemented. Ren realized that humans had a unique way of solving problems, practical, creative, and adaptable. The council began to appreciate this perspective, and Ren felt the satisfaction of making a real impact. Over the following weeks, Ren became a familiar and trusted figure in the city. He trained with the warriors, advised engineers and scholars, and spent time with the young aliens, teaching and learning through play and experience. Citizens approached him with questions, seeking guidance, and Ren responded with patience and care. His presence became a symbol of cooperation and unity between humans and aliens. One evening, the queen summoned Rin again. She spoke quietly in the palace gardens. Rin, you have become more than a guardian. You have become part of our family, part of our city, and part of our legacy. By galactic law, your role is recognized, but your actions define who you truly are. You have shown that humans are capable of greatness, courage, and loyalty. That is why we honor you, and that is why my people respect you. Rin felt a deep warmth in his heart. Thank you, Your Majesty. I will continue to serve, protect, and help. I will honor the trust given to me and the people who now consider me one of their own. The Queen nodded. Your journey is far from over, Rin. But you have taken the first steps in proving that humans can inspire, lead, and protect in ways beyond imagination. The galaxy is vast, and your example will reach far. As Rin walked through the city that night, he realized that his life had changed completely. He was no longer just a human pilot from Earth. He was a guardian, a respected member of an advanced alien society, and a symbol of what humans could achieve. He had proven that humans could face danger, think creatively, and act with courage and loyalty. He had shown that humans belonged in the galaxy. Rin paused on a floating bridge and looked down at the glowing rivers and city lights below. The aliens he had helped smiled at him, waved, and nodded in respect. He felt a deep sense of pride and responsibility. Humans could be more than survivors. They could build, protect, inspire, and lead. Rin whispered to himself, "This is only the beginning. I will continue to learn, help, and show the true value of humans. Together, we can make this world stronger, safer, and brighter." With that thought, Rin stepped forward, ready to embrace his new life fully. He was no longer just a visitor. He was a part of the city, its people, and its future. He had proven that humans, no matter how far from home, could rise to greatness, protect those in need, and inspire respect across the stars. The city glowed around him, alive and vibrant, and Rin knew that the future held endless possibilities. He had a place here, a purpose, and a destiny. He was human, and that was his greatest strength.